What if the key to energy, focus, and healthy aging wasn't in your brain, but in your belly? If you're over 40 and waking up tired, losing focus by noon, or noticing your skin aging faster than expected, chances are you've blamed it on age. But what if these weren't signs of getting older, but signs of a system that's falling out of sync? Biologically, many of the so-called symptoms of aging, chronic fatigue, mood instability, brain fog, inflammation, and even collagen breakdown, aren't just hormonal changes or slower metabolism. They're often early signs of gut, mitochondria dysfunction, a breakdown in communication between your gut microbiome and the cellular engines that power every tissue in your body. Here's the overlooked truth. You are more microbe than human. Trillions of bacteria, fungi, and archaea live in your gut, outnumbering human cells and outcoding your own DNA. And these microbes don't just digest food. They regulate your immune response, your mood, your metabolic rate, and even your rate of aging through chemical messengers, mitochondrial signals, and epigenetic switches. When this microbial community breaks down, often due to stress, ultra-processed diets, medications, or environmental toxins, your energy collapses. Your skin loses resilience. Inflammation rises silently. But this video isn't about a 7-day cleanse or the latest probiotic buzzword. We're going deeper. You'll learn how scientists are using gut-targeted strategies, from mitochondrial cofactors to polyphenol and postbiotics, to literally reverse markers of biological aging and restore mitochondrial resilience. This isn't hype. It's hard science. Because aging isn't just about years, it's about signals. And your gut may be the most powerful signal generator of them all. Let's explore how fixing your gut might just restore your energy, your clarity, and your skin, starting today. You've probably heard that mitochondria are the power plants of your cells, converting nutrients into ADP, the energy your body runs on. But what's often overlooked is this. Your mitochondria don't work alone. They depend on fuel and signaling molecules made by your gut bacteria. Here's how it works. When you eat prebiotic fibers, the kind found in garlic, onions, oats, or green bananas, your gut microbes ferment those fibers into short-chain fatty acids, SCFAs, like butyrate, propionate, and acetate. These SCFAs don't just support digestion. They enter your bloodstream, travel to your cells, and stimulate mitochondrial biogenesis, the creation of new mitochondria. More mitochondria equals more energy, better metabolism, sharper cognition. A landmark 2019 paper in Nature Microbiology described gut bacteria as invisible workers sustaining ADP production across human tissues. Without these microbial workers, your cells lose power. One standout example, Akkermansia mucinifera. This gut bacterium thrives on polyphenol and prebiotics. It's been shown to enhance insulin sensitivity, fat burning, and even mental energy, not by acting directly, but by fueling your mitochondria through the gut wall. In short, your vitality doesn't just depend on your mitochondria. It depends on what you feed your microbes. Toolkit 1. Fuel the right bacteria. If your gut microbes are workers, the right foods are their salaries. What you eat determines which microbes survive and which thrive. And to support mitochondrial energy and healthy aging, you need to consistently feed the bacteria that produce short-chain fatty acids and reduce inflammation. Let's break this down into 3 science-backed categories. 1. Prebiotic-rich foods. These are indigestible fibers that reach your colon intact, where they become fuel for beneficial bacteria. Garlic, onions, especially raw, oats, preferably steel-cut or rolled, green bananas or plantains, Jerusalem artichokes, aka sunchokes. These feed butyrate-producing species that stimulate mitochondrial growth and soothe the gut lining. 2. Polyphenol-rich plants. Polyphenol are antioxidant compounds found in plants that benefit your microbiome indirectly by nourishing strains like Akkermansia and Bifidobacteria. Extra virgin olive oil, blueberries, blackberries, raspberries, green tea, especially matcha or sencha, pomegranate, dark grapes, cocoa nibs, unsweetened, Your microbes metabolize these into powerful mitochondria-supportive metabolites. 3. Fermented foods. These deliver live microbes that help balance gut ecology and improve SCFA output. Raw sauerkraut, kimchi, non-pasteurized, kefir, dairy, or coconut. Tempeh, miso. Protocol tip, the lunch microbiome stack. Here's a simple, repeatable habit. At lunch, aim for 1 prebiotic vegetable plus 1 polyphenol-rich food plus 1 fermented food. Do this 2 to 3 times per week. Example, steamed Jerusalem artichokes, prebiotic. Side of sauerkraut, fermented. Drizzle of olive oil and a handful of blueberries for dessert, polyphenol. It's not a strict diet. It's a microbial activation ritual, one that feeds the real engines behind your energy. Inflammaging, when your immune system never sleeps. There's a hidden form of aging that doesn't show up on your birthday, but in your bloodstream. It's called inflammaging, a state of low-grade chronic inflammation that silently accelerates everything from muscle loss to skin aging to cognitive decline. And one of its primary causes? An unbalanced gut microbiome. When your gut barrier breaks down, a condition often called leaky gut, bacterial fragments called lipopolysaccharides, LPS, leak into your bloodstream. These LPS molecules trigger inflammatory cytokines like IL-6 and TNF-alpha, which act as molecular accelerants for aging processes. Over time, this inflammatory noise affects every major system. Muscle loss speeds up, sarcopenia. Collagen breakdown in skin increases. Memory and mood decline. Insulin resistance rises, paving the way to type 2 diabetes. This isn't rare. It's common after 40, especially in people consuming modern diets rich in ultra-processed foods and industrial seed oils. But there's good news. You can calm this fire. Step 1. Eliminate inflammatory fats. Replace industrial seed oils, like soybean, corn, and canola oils, with cold-pressed extra virgin olive oil. Olive oil contains oleocanthal, a natural compound with anti-inflammatory effects similar to ibuprofen. Step 2. Increase plant diversity. Instead of focusing on superfoods, focus on plant variety. Aim for 25 to 30 different types of vegetables, herbs, legumes, and fruits per week. This feeds a broader spectrum of microbes and increases the production of short-chain fatty acids that suppress inflammation. Step 3. Crowd out the triggers. Focus on whole foods, colorful vegetables, fibrous roots, spices like turmeric and ginger, and fermented items. The more you feed your microbes, the less room there is for LPS-producing strains to thrive. Inflammaging isn't a fate, it's a feedback loop. And with the right microbial environment, that loop can be reversed. Mood, memory, and the gut-brain axis. What if your foggy focus or low mood isn't just mental, but microbial? The gut and brain are in constant dialogue, connected through a two-way communication system called the gut-brain axis. And at the heart of this system is the vagus nerve, a neural superhighway that sends 80% of its signals from the gut to the brain, not the other way around. This means your emotional state is influenced heavily by your gut environment. Here's how. Certain strains of gut bacteria produce key neurotransmitters, including GABA, which calms anxiety, and serotonin, which regulates mood and sleep. In fact, over 90% of serotonin is made in the gut, not the brain. When a microbiome is out of balance, these feel-good chemicals drop, and the stress hormone cortisol rises. The result? Irritability, brain fog, sleep disruption, and a shorter fuse. So how do we calm the gut-brain axis and reclaim our clarity? Step 1. Eliminate refined sugar and white carbs for 7 days. These spike blood sugar and feed the wrong bacteria. Just 1 week without them gives your nervous system a clearer signal. Step 2. Add prebiotic and probiotic foods daily. Pair garlic or oats, prebiotic, with yogurt, kefir, or kimchi, probiotic. This strengthens the production of short-chain fatty acids, which not only nourish your brain, but activate anti-inflammatory pathways in the brain-gut circuit. Step 3. Breathe deeply after meals. Engage your vagus nerve through breath work. Try this. Inhale for 4 seconds. Exhale slowly for 6. Repeat 5 times. This activates parasympathetic tone, your body's natural calm state, and helps your gut send restorative signals upward. This isn't meditation. It's neural hygiene. Your gut isn't just digesting your food. It's digesting your day. And if you want better focus, deeper sleep, and a steadier mind, start by feeding the system that speaks to your brain. Toolkit 2. Time your meals. Reset your gut. Your gut isn't just a digestive tube, it's a clock. Gut bacteria follow circadian rhythms, meaning they have active and rest phases throughout the day. But when we eat late at night or graze constantly, we disrupt their ability to recover and reset. Over time, this misalignment leads to inflammation, bloating, and sluggish metabolism. One of the most powerful tools to correct this? Intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting isn't about starving yourself. It's about giving your microbiome enough time to repair, regenerate, and reset its chemical signals. Studies have shown that time-restricted eating boosts short-chain fatty acid, SCFA, production, reduces gut permeability, and lowers inflammatory markers. It's like pressing a biological refresh button. Here's how to apply it safely and effectively. Option 1. October 14th window. Eat all meals within a 10-hour window. For example, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. This gives your gut a full 14 hours to clean up and reboot overnight. Option 2. 12/12 reset. If 10 hours feels too short, start with December 12th. For instance, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Even this modest shift improves microbial diversity and gut repair. Key guideline: stop eating 2 to 3 hours before bed. Nighttime eating blunts melatonin, disrupts the gut barrier, and leads to poor microbial activity during sleep. The result? Slower detox, shallow rest, and morning fatigue. Can I drink anything while fasting? Yes. These are safe during fasting hours. Water, plain or mineral. Herbal teas, chamomile, peppermint, rooibos. Black coffee, no cream or sugar. These won't spike insulin or disrupt the fasted state. Time-restricted eating isn't just a weight loss tool. It's a gut repair strategy. Done consistently, it strengthens your microbiome, balances blood sugar, and reduces inflammatory triggers before they start. Let your gut rest, and it will reward you with clarity, energy, and resilience. Butyrate, the anti-aging molecule. Among the many molecules your gut microbes make, one stands out as a longevity powerhouse: butyrate. Butyrate is a short-chain fatty acid, SCFA, produced when certain gut bacteria ferment fiber. It's not just food for your colon. It's a signal of health and youthfulness across your body. Two of the most important butyrate-producing strains are Faecalibacterium prausnitzii, Roseburia spp. These bacteria are often found in high numbers in people with stable metabolism, strong immunity, and better cognitive function, especially in older adults. Butyrate works on multiple aging pathways. 1. It repairs the gut lining. Butyrate strengthens the tight junctions in your intestinal wall, helping prevent leaky gut, a condition linked to fatigue, food sensitivities, and chronic inflammation. 2. It reduces systemic inflammation. Butyrate suppresses inflammatory cytokines like IL-6 and TNF-alpha. In doing so, it calms the immune system and reduces the risk of metabolic syndrome, autoimmune flares, and joint pain. 3. It powers up your mitochondria. Butyrate acts as a direct energy source for colon cells and stimulates mitochondrial biogenesis, the creation of new mitochondria. This supports energy production and resilience in aging tissues, including muscle and brain. A 2022 study in Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience found that older adults with higher levels of butyrate-producing bacteria had greater muscle mass, better memory performance, improved insulin sensitivity, lower biological age markers. In other words, butyrate is more than a gut fuel. It's a systemic anti-aging signal that supports brain, muscle, and metabolic health. How do you get more butyrate? Focus on feeding the bacteria that produce it. That means more fiber, Oats, lentils, apples, leeks, flax seeds. More plant diversity. Aim for 30 plants a week. Add resistant starch, green bananas, cooked cooled rice, or potatoes. Use time-restricted eating to support microbial activity overnight. When you feed butyrate-producing bacteria, they return the favor, not just with digestion, but with strength, clarity, and longevity. Toolkit 3. Longevity Shake and Morning Habits. Before your phone, your inbox, or your to-do list, there's your microbiome. The first thing you consume in the morning sends a powerful signal to your gut microbes. Feed them well, and they'll stabilize your blood sugar, regulate your mood, and kickstart mitochondrial energy for the day ahead. One of the simplest tools to start your morning right is the Longevity Shake, a 30-second recipe designed to nourish both your microbiome and your metabolism. Microbiome Shake Formula. 1 cup kefir, dairy or coconut-based, unsweetened. 1 tablespoon ground flaxseed. A handful of spinach or kale. 1/2 a green banana or plantain. 1/2 cup berries or brewed green tea. Optional. 2 tablespoons oats or a dash of cinnamon for blood sugar support. This blend feeds both probiotic and prebiotic needs, delivers antioxidant polyphenol, and provides gentle fiber to fuel butyrate-producing bacteria. But morning health isn't just about what you eat, it's how you eat. Key morning habits to amplify results. Begin with 1 probiotic or prebiotic food within the first hour of waking, e.g., kefir, yogurt, oats, garlic-infused broth. Chew slowly. Digestion starts in the mouth. Slow eating enhances vagus nerve activation and improves nutrient absorption. Avoid multitasking during meals. Eating while stressed or distracted impairs digestion and microbiome balance. Drink water between meals, not during. Hydration is crucial, but drinking large amounts during meals may dilute stomach acid and impair initial digestion steps. Morning sets the tone for your gut and your biology. Start gently. Start intentionally. Start with your microbes. Here's the truth. You don't need to overhaul your life to change your biology. You just need to make one intentional microbiome-friendly choice each day. Your gut is listening to everything you eat, every signal you send. And over time, those signals, fiber, polyphenol, rest, breath become your biology. Because every meal is a message. And that message either pushes you toward inflammation and aging, or toward resilience, energy, and regeneration. If you're ready to begin, here's a gentle challenge. The 7-day microbiome reset. Each day, add just 1 new prebiotic, polyphenol, or fermented food. Track how you feel. Energy, digestion, mood, and sleep. No perfection required, just attention. This isn't about gut health in isolation. It's about mitochondria, hormones, mood, skin, metabolism, and memory, all connected by the invisible but powerful network of your microbes. And most importantly, it's not about restriction, it's about nourishment. Because true anti-aging doesn't begin with creams or pills. It begins with the bacteria you feed. Every day is a new chance to support the ecosystem inside you. Let your microbiome become your most powerful ally in aging well. And remember, aging is inevitable. But how you age, that's negotiable. 1 choice a day, that's all it takes.